Alrighty, looks like we are good to go. Sorry about the wait, guys, but we have underway some Group F action today. We're going to have WhenChukAttacks versus freeball1. Unfortunately, I guess we're having a little bit of trouble on Twitch's end, so wasn't able to open live streamers, so these are just the Twitch pop-out feeds. So I don't have a way to sync them, so they're going to be a little bit off. Luckily, it's only about like 3 seconds. So this should be cool. I think I've seen every single one of Freeball's matches, and he's a relative newcomer, I believe, to Dr. Mario, and he's been improving at a great rate. And I think Chuck's been playing the game for a while, off and on. And I think he has some pretty good times, at least within some logged SRL races, so it's a treat to actually finally watch him play. So right from the beginning, both are pretty even. Chuck got off to a little bit of a lead, and he's still maintaining it right now. About 5 viruses heading into level 3. His board right now is almost every single one of the viruses are on the right side, kind of like stacked together, which can be bad, but there's a lot of groups colored together, like those blues there, so that'll probably work out in his advantage, whereas Freeball's board's like pretty spread throughout and still grouped at the same time, so I think a little bit of a favored board towards him, so let's see if he can gain back some time here. He's finding some really good pieces right now. Lots of doubles. Oh, he could have had a chance. I think he'll get it with this next pill here, yeah. With that red and blue getting both those verticals and not having to waste any time for any pills falling down. Really smart play there. Curious to see how Freeball's going to work with this board. He's got viruses very high stacked up, which isn't too great. That's where people's creativity can always shine, to see what's the most efficient way they can stack pills to get good clears. Nice, you got some buffering. Hold on a second, guys. I don't know if it's my end or Twitch's end. It's a little sketchy on both. We'll just try to refresh them and hopefully that works better. Let's see, is Freeball's even gonna pop up again? Yeah, there we go. It could just be my end. I have some of the most inconsistent internet in the world, I feel like. Oh boy, Freeball looking for a whole bunch of yellows, so missed that while trying to get the streams back. That was a little rough. I'm gonna assume that's a big reason why he's almost behind a whole stage now. Chuck getting through the first 5 at 4:30, that's pretty good pace for the 0 to 10. I think he's gonna look somehow a way to clear those blues horizontally. I know he thought about it for a second, but he's just like too much of a hassle. Decided to put those pills up on top there. Oh, he's looking very in the long run right here, and he's gonna get that double blue, which is gonna help out a lot. Pretty creative, looking pretty far down into that column to get that blue clear. And a sub 6 for free ball. That's pretty good for him as well. I wonder what his PB is. According to his splits, he has a 1408. And for Chuck, it's a 13 flat. I'm not sure how accurate both of those splits are for both of them, but that means, like, within a minute, at least, I assume that's of recent timing, so this should remain pretty close for the majority of this. Chuck looking for a yellow pill as well. Always the yellow. Oh, okay. He got the other double blue to cancel that out, but I saw exactly what he was going for, and he can still fit it in there. Well, not now with that covered up, but I'm sure he'll get the chance later. Or no, he's probably just going to try to clear it on top. He's going to look for a pretty good vertical clear that was going to get rid of 4 blue viruses. But sometimes you just need the pills then and there to actually do stuff like that. You can't be fishing for too long and put yourself in a worse situation later on. You just gotta go sometimes. Now he's got a problem because all of his blue viruses are kind of buried right now. The one on the left not so much, but the ones on the right, there's just like the yellow and the red hovering up there. He can probably work around it, especially since he got that red yellow pill now. He's going to be taking about a 25 virus lead, a little bit over it, to level 8. Still time to come back here. The last 3 levels definitely are a lot to deal with, and the person who plays the greatest can definitely make a comeback in any situation. Free ball dealing with a little bit of a mess on his side. Every time he's been trying to clear some of his waste pills that he has, he's kind of creating a little bit more of a mess, especially that left side. He's got a yellow and red blocking the blue. Makes nice work to clear underneath it. Now he has a position to either just clear that red on top or go for a horizontal. Looks like he's just going to be going for the top clear there. Chuck almost about to lap him. Him sitting at 16 and free ball sitting at 13. Very nice L clear followed by that horizontal for the red. Free ball knocking out some viruses when it did look populated by a lot of yellows at first. He's taking it down really smoothly and evenly to where he's only got reds gone and 2 blues and 2 yellows left. I think that'll make sure he clears this round first. I don't know. Chuck's got that horizontal at the bottom there. Yeah, he's gonna get over a stage lead right now. Free ball right behind though. So with 2 stages left, Chuck does have a pretty significant lead right now. Are you saying like the later versions of the music, Mitch? Like this one's the Wii? I can understand. Like sometimes when they remix music for later generation games, they kind of add a little bit too much and it ruins a little bit of it, and I'm kind of the same as that for this game and others. I can listen to all the tracks on this, but there are definitely versions from the original NES and SNES that I like more. Got Chuck heading into the final level here. He's about 30 seconds or 50 seconds behind his splits. He could still sub 14 with this time, get a high 13. That would be a really, really good time to have right now. Might be a little bit too much for a free ball to come back from. For some reason, for like most games, if it's like the main tune that you hear, I love the original for just about any game like that. Example, like for Dr. Mario, for Fever, because I guess that would be the most recognizable one out of all the tunes. Yeah. That was weird. It's the most recognizable out of all the tunes, so that on the NES, that's definitely my favorite mix of that song. Maybe I could say like the Smash Bros remix that they did for it. It's pretty good, but I always love hearing the original. Same thing for Tetris remix. Even bigger franchises like the Zelda, the original theme on NES. I love listening to that, though there are some pretty good orchestrated versions of it. Chuck, very efficient on this board. He's going to finish well under 14 minutes here, as he's just got his last fires to clear up. And that'll do it with a 13:35. GG's to him. He's going to take the first race. Free ball keeping it pretty close. Just about to start the last level here. A little bit behind his pace on his splits. But it's always the warm-up match. We've definitely seen people, you know, a little bit shaky on their first match, but definitely improving as the next couple go on. While this is finishing up, I actually have something to attend to really shortly, so enjoy the rest of this match, and maybe the next start of the match I'll be back and just listen to the music. Alright, sorry about that. A little bit of a real life issue to tend to. Wonder what I missed. Kinda anticipated free ball being done by now. Must have missed a big mistake or something. Still well on pace to finishing low 17 to mid. And just that left row and that one blue virus on the right side too. Gonna finish it up with this double red. 1706 probably. The timer not being stopped, I want to say that's what it was. 1709 in race spot. Yeah, not too bad. It's one of those runs you just shake it off and be like, alright, I got the bad run out of the way. Let's just move straight into the second one. They'll get their comments in. Since free ball's racing, they'll be able to record the match, and then they'll get race 2 underway pretty shortly. That's what it's looking like. Wonder if Chuck's got audio for his, or if he's talking or not. I might steal the audio from his next race. May the pill god be with me, Freeball says. Let's hope so. After the song finishes, because this is the best song in all of Dr. Mario. Alright, next match underway. Both pretty average looking boards right now. Well separated. Should be easy to clear off for both of them. Chuck with a little bit of a yellow situation. He'll finish slightly ahead of free ball though, since it's about like a 4-second delay between both of them. Chuck got some high pill viruses. Working well with it. I think he'll go to clear underneath that yellow. Why does it keep like acting like something's hovering over it? I don't know. I hate dealing with Twitch browser pop out. You like highlight over it and the title pops up, or it just sometimes randomly does it by itself. Chuck's got a whole bunch of reds to work with right now, and he might be able to clear the ones on the right if he gets a double red within these next 3 pills. Yeah, there he goes. He'll put that over there. That'll save him a little bit of time. Free ball not too far behind though. Well, I think that was a little bit of a misplacement by Chuck there. Didn't need to flip it or anything, but I guess he just did by accident. You know, sometimes your fingers when playing this game just want to register a bunch of inputs, so they're going crazy and hitting whatever. So we're into the thick of it right now, almost to the halfway point. I just see a whole bunch of yellows on Chuck's screen. Guess he's just gonna work to like get rid of most of those. He didn't really have too many yellow viruses available to him on top, so I guess he just kind of had to build around it. Caused him to lose a little bit of time right now. His free ball is only about 3 viruses behind, and he's got a really clean board to work with. I assume he'll fish for a red horizontal at the bottom. If he puts that blue pill down there, it'll give him good ground to like build on the bottom as well. And I think he sees that, yes. Nice work by him. When he only does have 1 blue virus at the bottom, he needs to take those red and blue pills and focus on the red viruses up top first, because now anytime he gets a blue pill that's like not really any value to him, it's just gonna go off to the side and waste some time. And had to wait for a double yellow there as he put the red yellow pill facing the wrong way. Still pretty even right now. This 0 to 5 is a little bit slower for Chuck, and about the same pace for free ball. Alright, that playlist ended. Hopefully not breaking anything. Let's see if he has any music. Nope. Thought I hit that twice. Whoopsies. I need to quit procrastinating and finish my puzzle playlist. I'll do that definitely before single bracket, since I'll have like a couple days off, I assume, here this weekend. There's only about, I think there's, assuming the 2 people who haven't played matches yet just forfeit all 3 of theirs, I think there's only 2 matches after this one. Both of them most likely going to be happening on Saturday or Sunday. So, better start for free ball. Chuck, a little bit of bad luck in execution as well. He's about 30 seconds behind where he was on the last race. Still maintaining a lead, but as you can see, he was almost a stage up last time, and now he's only about 10 viruses up. So Freeball has an interesting board that looks like it can be good, but it's really, really hard to manage because it's a whole bunch of horizontal viruses at the bottom, but there's not really a good way to get down there and build on them. Looks like he's going to go for the horizontal at the bottom, and then eventually get the yellow horizontal to play out too, but as he sets that pill, he's going to have to clear another yellow. And he's kind of already neglecting his yellow spots at the left too. It's really hard to manage positions like that. So Chuck almost back to where he was last race, a pretty dominating lead. It looks like he's like just slightly behind his average of what his splits are still. Losing about like 10 seconds each stage. A big loss on level 4 and a little bit bigger loss on this level 2. He's been struggling to close this one out. But free ball's the middle of the board, man. That's gonna be hard to get to right now. I guess it's not too bad. It just looked like a lot with everything placed there. Yeah, he kind of made it through quickly. When you say something's hard, but then they just breeze right through it. See what he does here, I think. Yeah, he's just gonna put the red on there to get that move out of the way right now. I respect that move. It frees up a lot of the left side. And now he can go for a horizontal on the bottom for the yellows if he wants to, while he's focusing on everything else. Let's see if he does that with this yellow pill. Nice. Yeah, so ultimately that move worked out really, really well for him. Still a lot closer than last race up to this point. We saw Chuck really, really pulling ahead and almost like sealing the victory. Being up by this much this late in the game, it's hard to come back from. You can pretty much coast it and, you know, take your time and not make mistakes, and you just usually keep your lead. He's got to be careful now though, because free ball is within striking distance if he does make a mistake. A couple mistakes when your opponent's playing good here can catch you up like 3 to 5 viruses, I want to say. With this next board that Chuck has, everything seems to be paired at the top, and then at the bottom there's a lot of viruses that are just like scrambled throughout. But Freeball's been having a little bit of trouble trying to close out this board here. You really need to have a strong end here to try to catch up any ground and maybe win this match, but more and more with these pill misplacements, it's costing him a lot of crucial time. He's still got to try to find a way to get to that red virus in the center too. As Chuck's board's just looking really good, and I think he's gonna try to not build on the double red yet to try to get a horizontal to clear the blues. I think he'll try to go for it for a little while, but like right now, oh, he got it just in time when he needed it. If you wait too long, there's at some point where you just gotta abandon ship and go for something else, or else you're just gonna be wasting too many pills. And just like that, as Freeball's just been having a really rough level 8, Chuck's gonna be lapping him going into level 10 here. So I'd say unless a miracle happens for Freeball, this will probably be the match here with Chuck. One level to go. I should mention this is the battle for second and third place in the group. And we were originally going to have a playoff because the first place in this group is not going to be present for a single elimination bracket. But I've made the decision that since both of these guys have pretty solid times compared to a lot of the other non-qualifiers, that both of these guys are going to be making it, and it's just going to be like the second place person in this group's gonna have the higher qualifying spot. So Freeball can pull off some magic here. He can still be in a shot to get that technically first seed in the group. And that misplacement by Chuck, or is it a misplacement? No, I think he's gonna try to clear the yellow underneath it, now that I see it. He could have just set the yellow down there and the blue could have fallen on top to clear it. But I guess it doesn't make a difference anyway. You're just gonna wait like a turn later to try to find a pill to clear it in the future. Still really good pill management here, with even with that like placement on the top there. See if Chuck should still be able to sub 15 with this run. He's got a nice horizontal set up at the bottom, and then he's only got the 2 yellows at the top to deal with. Yep, that should be it right there. GG to Chuck with that 1439. He's going to be taking this 2-0 in a really good race. Props to Freeball. You know, picking up the game on short notice and showing a really good improvement. He had a little bit of a tough group to deal with. And I guess it works out for him that he'll get like his redemption shot in brackets still. We'll get to see what he can actually do at 0 to 22. A much different game than playing 0 to 10. Those later levels can be pretty brutal. Oh, Mitch, I just saw your comment. If you lose on a level, you can just start off on the level that you lost on. No penalization of going back and starting from level 0. It wouldn't feel right, because you can get a really bad board on level 20 and top out without knowing it, because you have very little room to work with. And then going back to level 0, you just wouldn't want to play the game. Yeah, John Michael, it's a fun game. I'm relatively new to speedrunning it. I played it when I was younger, but really never got into it really competitively. But I'm sure this won't be the last. I mean, we probably won't have another tournament for it soon, but if you check out the description in the bottom for... let me get rid of this really quick. I think it's this one. Nope, it's this one. If you check out the description in the bottom for our Discord group, it's just a big base for puzzle lovers, and we hold tournaments there regularly now. And I can definitely assume with how successful this tournament's been so far, there's so much interest in it. We'll have another one down the road. So if you like puzzles or just Dr. Mario, feel free to join in. Lots of fun in there, and lots of people will just have races with you randomly if you want to get into it. And GG's to Freeball with the 1709. Goes down 2-0. I think, yeah, that was a better time than last time. So, a bit of improvement. And even though finishing third, he'll get that redemption spot. And I'll be glad to see what he can do. As well with Chuck, too. We will bring up the bracket and see how that is right now as well. So that is Group F. Oh, not that. Alrighty, and there it is right there. Michael Mario with the 3 now. Chuck at the 2-1 and Freeball right behind him at 1 and 2. So Freeball will still be advancing, kind of a substitute for Michael Mario. You can kind of just push these two guys up. So those will be the two heading into bracket. And we have another group ready for it. The bottom 3 groups all set to advance right now. Group E most likely as well with Group A, considering the only 3 matches left in those are the people who haven't participated yet. Group C is done, so I think Group B and Group D are probably our only 2 last matches. FFR Pro and Cananophone, which should be a good match. And then Shazzo and Thunder Mustache playing for that 3rd and 4th place spot in Group B. But yeah, I guess that's going to be it for us today. I don't see any matches. Maybe later on tonight. Can't make any promises though. I'll try to contact the people who haven't played yet, and we'll get some more action later on. And stay tuned for the rest of the tournament. We're this much closer to 0 to 20s, so it should be a lot of fun. Alrighty, thanks for watching, guys.